Today we're going to take a tour within Ibeju-Lekki, and it's very important to see the major updates of what Ibeju-Lekki inside looks like. Everybody keeps saying, oh, there's major development, there's road expansion ongoing, and this is part of the road. Honestly, the major development is quite impressive, and I can tell you that everyone who has a property that is secured around this axis should be happy that they did. And it's actually moving very fast because right in this axis we also have the coastal road running all the way from the Lekki axis to Calabar. And everybody who knows about coastal road will tell you that that is one of the biggest projects within this axis, and these have made a whole lot of properties in this axis increase. And it is very important to get properties from verified developers, honestly, because with that you are able to know that this is a good property and this is where you can invest in. Now, developers that are within this axis are already enjoying what we call high ROI. Land buyers in this axis are already enjoying what we call high ROI because prices of land in this axis have skyrocketed beyond imagination. So while you are watching this, you might have it at the back of your mind that I bought a land here 5 years ago, I bought a land here 6 years ago. The price is never the same. Now, I realize that a lot of people, when they buy land today, by next year, they want to ask, how much is my land, so that they will know if they will sell it. Well, the good thing about this location is, as you can see, I drove here 3 years ago. It wasn't like this. 2 years ago, it wasn't like this. But you can see that the road expansion has begun. There's a video I made talking about how a lot of houses will go within this axis because of the road construction. And under that video, I got a lot of comments. Are you sure? Why? And all of that. And I was able to attend to all those questions. You need to realize that government has their own space here. For example, here is the Lekki Deep Sea Port. It is functioning. I remember making a video here when they were still building. And I can tell you that everybody who sees this, they keep saying, wow. And for me, I have commercial land in this axis, and I can tell you that I'm already preparing it for warehouse, so that I can give it on lease for 2 years for warehouse, or even yearly for warehouse. And then you keep making your dough. So if you haven't subscribed yet to this YouTube channel, please do that right now. Turn on your notification bell to get notified on each time we do a post right on the Heart to Heart TV. And here is the Dangote Refinery entrance. The Dangote Refinery is approximately 2,635 hectares, making it 6 times of the size of Victoria Island. However, the entrance to where the main refinery is further in, not close at all to where people are living. So when people tell me, oh, the substance, I hope it's not going to be affecting other people else living around there, it is further in. Same thing goes to the Lekki Deep Sea Port. It's about 1,200 meters, and then this is very, very big. The Lekki Deep Sea Port is a 90 hectares of land, and then for everyone who use this particular seaport, I'm sure they will be happy to have a warehouse around this axis. So if you're a smart investor, one of the things that should be in your property portfolio is commercial space, because everyone who bring in anything in larger quantity would always need this to store their goods for the meantime. Now, the Lekki Deep Sea Port is said to be the Nigerian largest seaport and one of the most significant in West Africa. So while you are watching this, I want you to have a rethink of what this location looks like. I know it's been a while you saw a video I made here, and it's very important you see how far work has gone aside. We still have Kellogg's, we have other brands around this axis, Dano, and so many others, so that you will know that things are functioning within the Ibeju-Lekki region. Now, Ibeju-Lekki itself has attracted a lot of foreign investors, Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians in Nigeria, and this is very interesting. Another interesting thing you should know about Ibeju-Lekki is that as government is running the road expansion, that's the same way a whole lot of properties will be increasing in price in this axis. Now, if you ask, well, what happens to the property that you get? Your properties are intact. If you have done your documentation, you have all your documentation with you, and then I'm sure your mind will be at rest. And if you also haven't gotten your documentation, I want to encourage every real estate buyer on this page to go and start making payment for your documentation to solely own your land. Do you know that it's more like you buying a car and you refuse to put fuel in that car? Once you refuse to put fuel in that car, it's going to be difficult for you to achieve something very reasonable with your land. You have to know that having a car without plate number, if anything happens to that car, it's gone. But if you have plate number, you've done the right thing. Of course, they can trace that kind of car. Same thing with land. You need to do all your documentation and have it to yourself that I'm actually the true owner of this land. Why would you buy land and keep it for 2 years, 3 years? You haven't done your documentation. This is not what it should be. So I want to encourage you watching this video today. Please ensure you are running through your documentation and having all that you need to do on time. Now, before, we only had Access Bank in this axis. I can tell you that I've seen a lot, FCMB, UBA, and so many other banks coming into Ibeju-Lekki. You should know this is another city of its own, and the smart city is also coming to Ibeju-Lekki. So many things are coming into Ibeju-Lekki. Same Ibeju-Lekki, we are going to be having the Lekki Airport, though it's on the other wing, left-hand side, but it is still within the Ibeju-Lekki region. So what is it about Ibeju-Lekki that everybody keep talking about, they keep screaming about, they keep looking out for? What is it about Ibeju-Lekki? Now let me break it down. Ibeju-Lekki is the new Lagos because everything within this axis, government has taken time to plan them out. There's a plan. And that's why when it was time for them to start up this road construction, they were breaking houses. They gave period notice about 2 years ago. So they were breaking houses just for the road expansion. So Ibeju-Lekki has one of the best plan ever. So don't let anybody tell you, oh, they didn't know about the Ibeju-Lekki plan. It is available. So while you're watching this, just take a look at all the road drives and you will see that there is so much work ongoing here. And apart from the Lekki Deep Sea Port, the Dangote Refinery, Dangote has its private jetty in this axis also. And that is a good to hear. Now let's take a short break. When we come back, we will talk about a whole lot more about Ibeju-Lekki, and I'm sure you'll be happy to hear all of these details. Welcome back. The truth behind Ibeju-Lekki is 5 years ago, if you drive through this road, of course you'll be seeing dusty road, palm trees, and a few scattered homes. But today the game is changing. There are lots of businesses around here, houses, and the good thing about this is few years ago a lot of people kicked against the Lekki Deep Sea Port also, but today the Lekki Deep Sea Port is functioning, and then it brings in a lot of ships, boats into the country. We also have so many good locations within this axis for billion-dollar transformation businesses. The Lakapine Tropicana is not left out from this. And the untold story about this Ibeju-Lekki is that in the next 10 years from now, the changes that will hit this location will make properties in this axis increase in price. And before then, I want to encourage every viewer watching this video, if you haven't gotten a land within Ibeju-Lekki, as I speak with you, I will encourage you to please rush Ibeju-Lekki deals. Actually, we're driving straight to one of our property in this axis to show a client who got while in diaspora. But I would encourage you to please don't miss great offers. Land in Ibeju-Lekki now worth almost 29.5 million naira or thereabout. So if you see anyone that is good with good documents, please don't miss out of it. Just make sure you hit 1 plot, 3 plots, or 1 acre on time. Anyways, if you think you like this video, remember to do a thumbs up by liking this video. Remember to share, remember to drop comments. Remember, we have a lot of video via playlist. Take your time to watch it, and we have 30 days series via playlist cohort 2. Please don't miss out. Make sure you partake, and I'm sure you'll be happy to be part of this great change. Honestly, I'm very impressed with a lot of buyers who go through even Google to check for a name HTH and Pro Limited, and they are happy to see reviews from different clients, pictures, allocation pictures, client telling their story, how they got property via HTH and Pro Limited, and all of this makes it worthwhile, honestly. And I also want to thank you for staying tuned to watch this video to the end. And if you know you like it, remember to do a thumbs up by liking this video. Remember to share. Remember, we have a lot of video via playlist, and I want to encourage you to take time out. If you are the type that you take coffee or tea, take your coffee, take your tea, switch it on, and let's get you on board. All right, thank you, people. And remember that every property you get via HTH and Pearl Limited, you need to run through your documentation. Make sure you have done your documents, and I'm sure you will be happy at the end of the day. Okay, so this particular property, I also have land in this particular estate, and it's now selling for 8 million naira per plot. For those who have gotten, congratulations. If you still need, it's still very much available. So I wouldn't want you to miss out on great deals like this. Remember, properties on this Ibeju-Lekki axis have reached, even in some locations, 30 million. Have reached in some locations 50 million. You can't tell me. Do you know how much a main estate is selling 500 square meters now? You need to go and check all these things, and I'm sure while you come back to HTH and Pearl Limited, you will know that she knows how to check which is good, which document is good, and which to recommend. Remember, we are very active on our Instagram, and I want to encourage you to always go to our Instagram and do a thumbs up to like the video. Remember to share, remember to drop comments. Remember that if you have any question, feel free to check the number showing on your screen. Send us a WhatsApp message immediately. Don't just sleep on this at all. This is a video you should always come back to. You can actually store it somewhere, okay, so that at the time, next 5-10 years from now, at the time I'm showing you the next update of Ibeju-Lekki, you'll be like, oh yes, and actually made very nice video about this location. Do you really mean bush turn to city? So let's unfold this untold story in another episode. Thank you so much, and remember, I love you.